So last video I talked about bronies and the perception that they're autistic and they're just weird and there's a negative stigmatism around them. And I mainly think that there's two reasons why that is. One, just because it's weird. Like, even in the comment section of that video, there were a few times where I was labeled a man-child, even though I'm not really into it. I just watch it once in a while. I've only watched like the first episode or two, whatever, of the third season. I don't really follow it that much. It's interesting, but I'm not that into it. I just have a few interests, and that happens to be one, and it makes me a man-child. I didn't know. But, you know, there's the other perception, and that is, it's annoying how people shove it down your throats. And I've always wondered why that is. Like, sometimes when you're interested in something, you want to shove it down people's throats. And what I mean by that is you constantly push it in their face. Like, they share things on Facebook. They talk about it in real life. All these different sorts of things, they try and put it in your face at all times. And why is that? At first I thought it was just them trying to be obnoxious or show that they have something that makes them happy or show that they're relevant with pop culture. Like, oh, I know about this too. I think the reason, though, is honestly kind of selfless. Because when they do this, it's something that they appreciate, something that matters to them, something that they value in their lives, something that is good. It gives them a good feeling. And if this makes me feel good, it's going to make you feel good too, right? Of course, that isn't always the case. And the reality is, oftentimes it's not. In fact, I've met plenty of people who like My Little Pony, and a lot of them like it for different reasons. Some people like it because it looks nice and it's refreshing between other cartoons. Some people like it for the characters. Some people like it for the story. Some people like it for the fan base. Some people like it for art made based on the fan base, like music. People have different reasons. Your emotional perspective is not the same as anybody else's. Just because you feel something doesn't mean that other people will feel something, or even can feel that exact same thing. So if you like My Little Pony because it makes you feel something and you're sharing it with people and the expectation and it's going to make them feel that too, that's not necessarily true. In fact, oftentimes they're going to perceive it through their own lens, because our lens is made by our background, our experiences, as well as just who we are as people. They influence how we see things and what we make of them. I think it's okay to expose people to things that we like, and maybe they'll have their own emotional reactions. But if you're sharing these things because you expect them to get the same stuff out of it that you did, that's unreasonable in my mind, because everybody makes their own journeys, and they have their own feelings. You can try and guide them towards something, but expecting them to feel it is not going to work. It's not practical. That's just not the way that human nature works. Everybody has to have their own feelings. And that's why I feel like most people shove things they like down your throats, because they want you to experience the same great thing that they have.